everybody. I recently took the 16personalities.com personality test. It was introduced to me by I was like on live, and then a person named Luis. Thank you, Luis, for suggesting me to do this. At first I was kind of hesitant, but I wanted to share my results. I know nothing about this. I did look up people who I'll do that here in a bit. Okay, so the personality which I am labeled as for 16personalities.com is architect, INTJ personality. And I'm just gonna read a bit what that's about and what I feel about it. I don't know. So my computer's over here, my monitor, I guess you could call it. So it says architects are imaginative and strategic thinkers with a plan for everything. And then it says, hold up, I'm gonna move my camera. So introduction, what is the architect personality type? INTJ, which architect is a personality type with the introverted, intuitive thinking, and judging traits. These thoughtful tacticians love perfecting the details of life, applying creativity and rationality to everything they do. Their inner world is often a private, complex one. So obviously, I'm not going to agree with everything. It's not like a perfect personality test. I wouldn't know if I would even label myself as INTJA. Like, what is that, you know? But just to know, just for fun. It says that perfecting the details of life. I don't think I'm perfect. I'm not a perfectionist, honestly. Everything's always lopsided for me. I don't think I've ever used a ruler, only if I've had to, if that makes sense, to be, if it's literal, like literal. Even in life, I'm not a perfectionist. I know there's mistakes. I don't get mad about it. Here's a quote: "Thought constitutes the greatness of man. Man is a reed, the feeblest thing in nature, but he is a thinking reed," by Blaise Pascal. Hold up, let me drink something. This is sparkling ice. I think it's cherry flavor. It's spicy. Okay, people with the INTJ personality type architects are intellectually curious individuals with a deep-seated thirst for knowledge. INTJs tend to value creative ingenuity, straightforward rationality, and self-improvement. I agree with that. They consistently work toward, why is this like lopsided? Enhancing intellectual abilities and are often driven by an intense desire to master any and every topic that piques their interest. Why is this like falling? I'm using the Octo Buddy and it's like it might fall. I agree with this. I am very straightforward. I don't like to sugarcoat things. My computer keeps trying to connect to my phone and it does like a whole screen. Would you like to connect? And it ruins everything that I'm doing on my phone. So I do agree on the self-improvement. I naturally am into self-improvement ever since I was young. I've always liked working out, journaling to see how my mind works and put it on paper. Work toward enhancing intellectual abilities. I do, like, even when I'm on TikTok, I use like the STEM feature. I like learning random things. I do like learning. I listen to audiobooks when I go on a walk, or I listen to like educational, I don't know, I just try to keep learning. And I'm very much about entertainment, like watching Netflix too, all that stuff. But when it comes to, I don't know, I like learning for fun. And let's move on to the next. Logical and quick-witted INTJs pride themselves on their ability to think for themselves, not to mention their uncanny knack for seeing right through phoniness and hypocrisy. Very true. I can immediately tell when people are being fake and like trying to be someone they're not. I'm like, girl, just be yourself. Someone will love you if you're yourself. It's not even, I mean, you should love yourself enough to be yourself. I don't know. It just comes as an obvious thing to me. Think for themselves. Yeah, I generally have my own opinion about everything, but I have my own opinion, but I know I'm wrong. I guess that's whenever the wanting to learn thing comes in, because I know that I'm wrong and I like learning about other perspectives. Like, teach me why I am wrong, if that makes sense. Because their minds are never at rest, these personalities may sometimes struggle to find people who my phone keeps, okay, I don't know where to put this. I'll put it right here. Very unflattering angle, but it'll have to do. Because their minds are never at rest, these personalities may sometimes struggle to find people who can keep up with their non-stop analysis of everything around them. But when they do find like-minded individuals who appreciate their intensity and depth of thought, INTJs form profound and intellectually stimulating relationships that they deeply treasure. It says their minds are never at rest. My mind is pretty peaceful sometimes, but sometimes I do think about, I analyze everything around me. I analyze the world, humanity, a lot. So I do agree with that. It says, I guess my personality struggles to find people who can keep up or just have different interests. I do struggle with connecting with people because I don't care about many things. I like caring about, I care about many things, but I also don't care about many. I care about certain things, but I don't care about many things that are very, I guess you would call trivial, at least for me. And it's very difficult to connect with people and try to have conversations with people, like a one-on-one conversation, because it's really hard for me to care about a lot of topics, like just basic topics. I'd rather talk about more important things in life. I feel like society puts society puts so much care in, what I've realized lately is relationships, marriage, and kids, especially in your 20s or mid-20s, early 20s, mid-20s. And it's really hard for me to try to talk to people who that's all they think about, like guys or girls or liking somebody. And in the middle of those conversations, I would always prefer to talk about something else that's going on. And that's why I don't really speak to people, because I really, it's just all trivial. I don't care. Not in a bad way, it's just, I don't understand it. So, a pioneering spirit. INTJs question most things, basing their beliefs on solid evidence, reasoning, and rationality. Many personality types trust the status quo, relying on conventional wisdom and other people's expertise to guide their lives. But ever skeptical INTJ personalities prefer to make their own discoveries. In their quest to find better ways of doing things, they aren't afraid to break the rules or risk of disapproval. In fact, they often enjoy it. I agree with all of that. There's a lot of things I wasn't taught I wasn't taught to think the way I think. That's why I kind of confuse myself, because I'm like, why am I like this? I don't know why all of a sudden I think this way, or I don't even know if that makes sense, but I naturally do question a lot of things, and I guess one of them is religion. I was basically born Christian, and now that I've gotten a bit older, I realize how I was just there because I'm used to it, but I actually question a lot of things that I was taught, and I question a lot of things I was taught or grew up around, and kind of analyze things that could have gone better. And obviously I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything in life at all. There's no point. It is how it's supposed to be. But I do try to find better ways of doing things, and I don't care about disapproval, which I agree with that. Like, I like when people disagree with me, and I like disagreeing with people as well, because then I ask for their point of view, and there it is. It's really hard for me to go to sermons because I don't know, I just question what they're saying. I mean, I still go to church and stuff, but it's really hard for me to listen because I have a lot to say. Next paragraph is, but as anyone with this personality type would tell you, a new idea isn't worth anything unless it actually works. INTJs want to be successful, not just inventive. They bring a single-minded drive to their work, applying their full force of their insight, logic, and willpower. They have little patience for anyone who tries to slow them down by enforcing pointless rules or offering poorly thought out criticism, though astute observations are generally welcome. I actually agree with this. I'm surprised. Usually when I read personality or horoscopes, I don't agree with many things, but I'm actually agreeing with a bunch of this. I do want to be successful. My definition of success is just being able to travel and having my own home eventually. It's not inventive. Like, I put everything to action. Like, every day in my life, I'm in the middle of, like, here's the goals I've had in life. Here's where I am. I'm in the middle of a goal, and I'm just going towards the next one. Like, I'm working every step in life. I'm in the process of reaching my next goal, if that makes sense. I have everything planned out, and I've just always been like that. I've always planned out ahead of time. That's why I absolutely hate when I get invited to things last minute. I will not go. I have my day planned out, and I will do it. I mean, I feel like I never really miss out on social gatherings. I don't really like social gatherings or anything social. Depends on my mood, but I have my plans, and that is one thing. I like to plan things, and I hate when things are last minute. But if it is last minute, I'm kind of spontaneous as well, but we'll try to do my plan the next day, like whatever I was gonna do. It says they have little patience for anyone who tries to slow them down by enforcing pointless rules or offering poorly thought out criticism. I totally agree with this. Anyone who comes into my life and slows me down, or I feel pulled back, or doesn't try to understand me, like it says, I'm not very patient with that. I'm just like, okay, let me move on. Let me do what I gotta do. And I agree with that. People with the INTJ personality type, independent to the core, want to shake off other people's expectations to pursue their own ideas. Oh my god. Why is this reading my brain? I'm very independent. I prefer to do things alone. I enjoy doing things alone. I go out alone all the time. I love studying alone. I concentrate better when I'm alone. And people's expectations, I like to not follow people's expectations. Not that it's weird or anything, but one example is I went to college. I think I waited a couple months and then I went to college after high school, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Specifically, I didn't know what I was studying for, and I think I wanted to do like a trade. So I went into welding classes. I mean, I knew nothing about welding. I didn't even know what the word was. I didn't know anything about welding. I've never been around it. I don't know. And I excuse me. I did something so unexpected. I just do unexpected things. I'm always in places where I may not belong, but I did finish my welding course and I got my certification, and that was kind of that's my example of shaking off other people's expectations, and I just make up my own little life. Okay. Hopefully this video isn't too long. This personality type comes with a strong independent streak. INTJs don't mind acting alone. In fact, they prefer their own company most of the time, perhaps in part because they don't like waiting around for others to catch up with them. That's true. People with this personality type often have no problem making decisions without asking for anyone's input. At times, this lone wolf behavior can come across as insensitive, as it fails to take into consideration others' thoughts, desires, and plans. Okay, so that being said, I agree. That's kind of why I just started traveling and not waiting for people to travel with me. I literally just started traveling. I plan on traveling alone or with like a group, but by myself, because I don't like waiting for people. I don't like asking people to come to places with me or do things, because I'd rather just go. It says it may come across as insensitive. I believe that is true, because sometimes I feel like I seem rude when I don't really want to hang out with people, because I'd rather do those things alone. But yeah, it says it doesn't take into consideration other people's thoughts, desires, and plans. I agree with that. It would be a mistake, however, to view INTJ personalities as uncaring. I don't care about many things, but let's see what it says. Whatever the stereotypes about their stoic intellect, they feel deeply. That's true. When things go wrong or when they hurt others, they are personally affected and spend much time and energy trying to figure out why things happen that way and what they did. These personalities may not always value emotion as decision-making tool, and they have a very hard time relating to people who lead with their hearts, but they are still authentically human. I don't think about why things happen, like in life, with people or in general, because personally I believe that whatever is meant to happen will happen. I feel like I forgot what the theory was, but it's basically that this is our lifetime, not a personal lifetime. This is like everybody's lifetime right here. This is the past, this is right now, this is the future, like the end. And I feel like ever since I found out that that's a possible theory that could be true, I mean, who even knows? But it kind of made sense. But the fact that the past, the present, and the end exist at the same time, but we're just in this specific point in time, that made me think that everything already happened. We're just going through the motions right now. So I don't really think about why things happen, because I feel like most of the time I feel like someone's just playing a movie right now, and everything's already scripted, which is kind of weird to think about. So I don't really think about why things happen. Like, why did that happen? Why did I say that? It was meant to be said, it was meant to happen. So I don't really agree with that part. A thirst for knowledge. How long is this? Damn, this is gonna be long. INTJs can be both the boldest of dreamers and the bitterest of pessimists. I'm pretty optimistic. They believe that through willpower and intelligence they can achieve even the most challenging goals. They are firm believers that taking the easy way out in any given situation prevents people from achieving greatness. Okay, I agree with that, because when I hear about people's goal in life and all of that, and hearing that they want everything handed to them, they want like the easiest thing to do, make good money, all this stuff, easy way out, kind of makes me question why. I don't understand that. Why would you want the easy way out? Why don't you want to work hard? Why? I agree. But these personalities may be cynical about human nature more generally, assuming that most people are lazy, unimaginative, or simply doomed to mediocrity. I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people are trying their best. I don't agree with that. People aren't imaginative. I think every brain is its own world. So I don't agree with that. People with the INTJ personality type derives much of their self-esteem from their knowledge and mental acuity. In school, they may have been called bookworms or nerds, but rather than taking these labels as insults, many people with this type embrace them. They recognize their own ability to teach themselves about and master any topic that interests them, whether that's coding, capoeira, or classical music. I wasn't really a bookworm. I was more like, I was really into sports and stuff, but I did pass everything. I do have the ability, I agree with that part, I have the ability to teach myself anything. That's why I prefer online school rather than in-person college. And yeah, I teach myself everything. I taught myself piano and guitar, and I teach myself quite literally everything that I know. It's pretty cool. I've never actually thought about it. INTJs don't just learn new things for show. They generally enjoy expanding the limits of their knowledge. That is true. I don't care if people know that I know things, unless it's like a topic that's being brought up, like a specific topic. I agree with that. In their seemingly constant pursuit of knowledge, people with this personality type can sometimes be single-minded with little patience for frivolity, distractions, or idle gossip. Ooh. That said, they're far from dull or humorless. Many INTJ personalities are known for their irreverent wit, and beneath their serious exteriors, they often have a sharp, delightful, sarcastic sense of humor. I'm very sarcastic. single-minded. I sometimes forget how other people are and how the world is and people's personality because I'm very much in my own mind. Idle gossip. I don't really care about gossip. I don't care about a lot of things. I already said that, but it keeps being brought up. Social frustrations. INTJs aren't known for being warm and fuzzy. That is so true. I am not warm and fuzzy. Like, if I don't feel like smiling, I will not smile. They tend to prioritize rationality and success over politeness and pleasantries. In other words, they rather be right than popular. That is true. I don't really care about popularity, honestly. I just, if you find me, then you do. If you don't, you don't. It's whatever. And because these personalities value truth and depth, many common social practices, from small talk to white lies, may seem pointless or downright stupid to them. As a result, they may inadvertently come across as rude or even offensive when they're only trying to be honest. That's true. I'm very blunt, very straight up. I don't like lies. I hate when people lie. There's no point. Because, I mean, the truth will come out eventually, and you'll just look stupid. And I don't know. See, I feel like sometimes I sound rude, but I'm just being very honest. So I'm glad there's other people who relate. At times, people with the INTJ personality type may wonder whether dealing with other people is even worth the frustration. Oh my god, that is so true. That's why I don't really like making friends, because it's just another annoyance. Depends too, but see, like it just makes you sound rude, but I'm just being so honest. But yeah, I just don't like adding more people to my life. It's just more work. It's not selfish, it's just who I am. Some people want to add a whole group of people. I want to be in a social group that just balances the world out. But like any personality type, INTJs do crave social interaction. They just prefer to surround themselves with people who share their values and priorities. I agree. Often they can achieve this by just being themselves. What? When they pursue their interests, their authenticity can draw people to them, well, professionally, socially, and even romantically. That's the whole point of this channel. Y'all, this is crazy. The whole point of my channel, the whole point of my TikTok is to post genuine content. I don't like doing the trends. I don't care. I just want to be able to post what I genuinely enjoy. Just genuine posting. And whoever finds it and finds entertainment or inspiration through whatever I post, then that's how it should be. Wow, that paragraph was very me. And like it says, often they can achieve this by just being themselves. This whole channel is just me being myself, and the algorithm just showing it to people who possibly think the same, have the same interests, and that's literally the whole point of this, because it gives me social interaction, because I feel like this is social interaction. I get to talk, but I get to say what I need to say, and people who find it will find it, and we have the same interest, and it's people trying to be better, people who like honesty, if that makes sense. I just realized this was lopsided. People who like genuine content. don't like being fake. And yeah, just being myself and seeing the similar people with the similar interest. I'm almost done. The chess game of life. People with the INTJ personality type are full of contradictions. They are imaginative yet decisive, ambitious yet private, and curious yet focused. From the outside, these contradictions may seem baffling, but they make perfect sense once you understand the inner workings of this personality type's mind. For these personalities, life is like a giant game of chess, relying on strategy rather than chance. INTJs contemplate the strengths and weaknesses of each move before they make it, and they never lose faith that with enough ingenuity and insight, they can find a way to win, no matter what challenges may arise along the way. When a challenge arises, I'm always down to fight it. I always have a plan B in everything. So architects that are popular are Friedrich Nietzsche, Michelle Obama, Elon Musk, Christopher Nolan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Colin Powell, Samantha Power, Walter White, okay, Heisenberg, Peter Baelish, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, Tywin Lannister, Yennefer of Vanderburg, Gandalf of the Grey from The Lord of the Rings, Professor Moriarty. These are all fiction, or these past ones. Katniss Everdeen, okay. 7 of 9 from Star Trek. Jay Gatsby, interesting. And that's about it. That is the introduction. I'll probably make more. I'll probably go through the entire thing, but that's it. Thank you for watching. If you are an INTJ A, I forgot what the INTJ, there's like another one. I don't know, let me know. There's other people like me. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.